This is TechCrunch. All right, so in this episode, we're talking chips. First, we'll talk about OpenAI's Jalapeño chip. At the Hot Chips conference on Tuesday, OpenAI shared a more detailed look at Jalapeño, including the first batch of benchmark results for the new system. Tested on SemiAnalysis's Inference X benchmark, Jalapeño registered both more tokens per user and more throughput per kilowatt than the currently available state-of-the-art inference processors. Richard Ho, OpenAI's head of hardware, said the bottom line is that the results show a very, very significant performance advance over state-of-the-art. Jalapeño can serve more AI work per unit of power while also returning responses more quickly. It's very efficient to serve a lot of customers, but it can also be very low latency. Notably, that comparison is against an NVIDIA Blackwell system, but by the time Jalapeño reaches full deployment, the competition may have advanced significantly. Ho estimated that Jalapeño would deploy at the end of this year in very small volumes, with more significant deployment coming next year. First announced last October, Jalapeño was developed by OpenAI in close collaboration with Broadcom, with OpenAI's own models assisting in the development process. The company plans to make Jalapeño a multi-generational platform, allowing AI products, models, chips, and memory all developed in concert. Because of that full-stack approach, OpenAI was able to address specific phases in the inference process that often cause friction during inference processing. In particular, Jalapeño is designed to minimize delays during the prefill and communication phases of processing, which OpenAI says often act as bottlenecks. In a blog post, the company said, "We designed Jalapeño to minimize data movement and communication delays. This means that model state, including the KV cache used while generating a response, can be explicitly placed and kept local, while the system activates the right combination of compute, memory, and networking for each inference phase." Also on Tuesday, Apple announced two new processors which power its new Mac Mini and Mac Studio models, the M5 Ultra and M6 chips. The M5 Ultra, which Apple deems its most powerful chip ever, fuses two dual-die M5 Max chips to form Apple's first quad-die chip, designed to manage hefty AI workloads. The chip includes an up to 36-core CPU, an up to 80-core GPU, and 1.2 terabytes of unified memory bandwidth, which is 50% more than the M3 Ultra, which Apple released only about a year and a half ago. While the M5 Ultra is designed for professionals doing compute-intensive work, like complex 3D rendering, visual effects, and running frontier AI models, the Mac Studio with M5 Ultra will no doubt appeal to hobbyist AI developers as well, but Apple's M6 chip is more geared toward these everyday users, according to the company. With the M6's 12-core CPU complex, which adds 2 more cores than the M5, the M6 chip can offer nearly a 30% increase in peak GPU compute for AI compared to the M5, which improves the speed of prompt processing when using on-device LLMs. In a press release, Apple wrote, "With these frameworks and new chips, developers can run and fine-tune large AI models locally on their Mac. Apple's developer tools and frameworks automatically optimize performance across the CPU, GPU, and neural engine, and give developers the ability to use Apple Foundation models, app intents to tap into Apple Intelligence features, or their own proprietary AI models to build and run powerful AI workloads entirely on-device." Now, Apple has trailed behind its competitors when it comes to building its own proprietary AI model. The long-awaited Siri upgrade is powered by Google's Gemini, but Apple has excelled in using on-device technology to allow users to more securely take advantage of tools like Face ID and Touch ID, which would be a privacy nightmare if processed via the cloud. Similarly, Apple's emphasis on powering on-device AI workloads could be where the company has a chance to shine, offering a more secure, controlled environment for developers to experiment with AI tools. Apple's newest Mac Mini devices are available for pre-order now, starting at $899. They will ship after September 22nd. That's all for now. For the latest in tech news, go to TechCrunch.com.